Hello students, Rahankar English is presenting a video series on an important topic of English grammar, namely articles. A, an and the, all these three words are known as articles. They are also known as determiners. These three words are very important in the structure of a sentence. This video is going to tell you how to use a and correctly. Articles are divided into two. First is definite articles and the second is indefinite articles. The is known as definite articles. Definite articles means that we are definite about the noun we are talking. That means the speaker and the listener both are sure about what they are talking. But in case of this indefinite articles, they are not sure. That is, by using the, we are just particularizing a person or a thing. Here, the speaker and the listener both are sure. Now, see indefinite articles. A and an is known as indefinite articles. Indefinite articles are used before single countable noun. First, second, which is not definite. Not definite simply means we are not referring to or defining any specific particular single countable noun. The single countable noun is vague in this sense. Now, what is the meaning of a and an? A and an means one. That is, a and an is always singular. This also means that it is used only before single countable nouns. It is also used when we are talking about everyone. That means in case of this common noun. As for example, a dog is a faithful animal. A dog here means every dog. Countable nouns are those nouns that we can count. Since a and an has no plural forms, so do not use before plural nouns. This you should always remember it. Indefinite articles, namely this a and an, is not used before plural nouns. Now see the uses of an. An is used before vowels. In English alphabet, we are having 26 letters. Out of that 26 letters, 5 are known as vowels. They are A, E, I, O, U. This simply means that we will use an before single countable noun beginning with a vowel. That means beginning with A, E, I, O or U. See the examples: an apple, an ice cream, an egg, an orange, an umbrella. But here don't forget an apple, an ice cream, an egg, an orange, an umbrella is not particular. The speaker and the listener is not sure about which apple, about which ice cream, about which egg, about which orange, or about which umbrella we are talking. And is also used before vowel sound. That is, if a single countable noun is beginning with a vowel sound, then we will use an before it. As for example, an hour, an MLA, an X-ray, an L plate, an honest man. See, an hour. Here H is silent. An honest. Here H is also silent. If you will look in the grammar book, you will find this rule only, that H is silent. But you have not to worry about it. The only thing is that you should remember that we use an before hour and before honest. Similarly, we will remember to use an before M, MLA, MPA. We are pronouncing it with A sound. X, A, X. Here also it is A. L, L, A. Since we are pronouncing it like A, that is why we are going to write an before it. You should simply remember these words. Don't worry about the rules of grammar. As I have told you earlier, here also it is not definite, it is not particular. Now see the use of A. A is used before consonant. That is, A is used before single countable noun beginning with a consonant. As for example, a box, a dog, a jackfruit, a pen. Here also we are not talking about any particular box, any particular dog, any particular jackfruit, or any particular pen. All these are vague. Similarly, A is also used before consonant sound. If the single countable noun is beginning with a consonant sound, then we will write A before it. As for example, a one-eyed man, a useful book, a European, a unique, a university. A1. Look here. Here O is vowel, but still we are using it A. Why? Because it is pronounced as one. Similarly, in case of this useful, here U is a vowel, but still we are using it A before it. Why? Because it is pronounced as U. Here European, in this case also. Unique, here also the same thing. University, here also the same thing. You just remember these words. Don't go for the rules in the grammar book. They will just puzzle you. Here also we are not talking about a definite or particular thing. Now let us see the other uses of A and an. A and an, as I have told you earlier, is an indefinite articles. So it is used before indefinite things. See, if we are talking about a single countable noun for the first time, then we will use a or an. But if we are just talking about it for the second time or referring it later on, then we will use the. See this example. A boy was walking on a road. A boy, not particular boy. A road, not particular road. A car, not particular car. A car came and hit him. He fell down on the road. Here, a road has changed into the road. Why? Here, a road was not particular, but now this road is particular. This road means the road on which the boy was walking. So when we are talking about a single countable noun for the first time, we will use a or an. Later on, when we will refer it, then in that case we will use the. There are certain expressions also, as for example, a lot of, a dozen, 100, 1,000. In this case, we use a. Don't go for the rules here. Don't just go on turning the pages of grammar book. You simply remember these words. These are the very common words that you will use every now and then. So you just remember it, that there are certain expressions like a lot of, a dozen, where you will use only a. Sometimes we write a before Mr., Mrs. or Miss also, but there must be surname. But what is the meaning of it? That is the main thing. A Mr. Singh means he is a stranger to the speaker. Look, as I have told you earlier, a Mr. Singh, a or an, these two are indefinite articles. So when we are using a before Mr. and surname, this means that he is a stranger to the speaker. But however, if we are not using it, generally before name we are not using articles. But before Mr., Mrs. or Miss, we should not use a. We will use a if and only if the person about whom we are talking is a stranger to the speaker. If the speaker knows that person, then in that case, he will not use a or an. As for example, Mrs. Kalita. Here means the speaker knows Mrs. Kalita. A and an is also not used before name of meals. Normally it is not used. As for example, they have a dinner at 10. That means before dinner, supper, lunch, breakfast, we will not use a and an normally. But what about a dinner? What about a lunch that has been organized on a special occasion? Here we will use a. Suppose that you are invited to a dinner on the occasion of a marriage ceremony, then we will use a. That means A dinner, a lunch means a special meal given to celebrate something. This you should always remember it. Here also I am again warning you not to just move around in the grammar book for finding out the rules. You just stick to whatever things are being told here. I don't think that after watching this video carefully, you will need to just turn the pages of the grammar book. This section, namely, has been termed as teacher section. It is little bit of high grade, but I am just giving you the gist, and you should not just trouble yourself by finding the rules. This is all for today in this video. Have a nice day. I do hope that this video has been very much useful for you as far as the uses of articles are concerned. So do subscribe it, like it, and share it among your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.